Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
Hi, Elon Musk speaking.
I didn't have any money. In fact, I had negative money. I had huge student debts.
Like, I have a bunch of houses, but I don't spend a lot of time in most of them.
I couldn't afford a place to stay and an office, so I rented an office instead, because I got a cheaper office than I could get a place to stay, and then I just sort of slept on the futon.
And a few years ago, people were laughing at you. Now, not so much. I mean,
Okay. SpaceX, I founded approximately 4 years ago with the goal of revolutionizing access to space.
What I really want to try to achieve here is to make Mars seem possible.
Step 3 would be to provide humans to another planet services to private sector and the government.
What
How'd you get things
gives
done?
you satisfaction?
Doing something useful for other people that I like doing.
Is being a little bit weird, crazy, and eccentric a side effect of the successful, or is it the price of admission? It seems as though almost anybody who's excelled in a field has a touch of being a little bit out of the ordinary. Warren Buffett drinks at least 5 cans of Coke per day, Richard Branson drinks 20 cups of tea per day, while Jeff Bezos has spent $40 million engineering clocks that are expected to outlast human existence. It's almost like the richer you are, the more excusable your bizarre behavior is, and the individual we'll look at today isn't exempt from this rule. Elon Musk is an eccentric multi-billionaire engineer and businessman who, despite coming from a poor, abusive household in Pretoria, South Africa, is slowly becoming the sole individual most trusted with the future of human life. But it certainly hasn't been smooth sailing for Elon Musk. From living on a couch in a rented Silicon Valley office,
Instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch.
to 3 divorces,
CNBC was rerunning their divorce special. Yes.
to being 2 days from bankruptcy in 2008.
We were only a few days from bankruptcy. It was literally 2 days, or 3 days maybe.
It's safe to say that Elon Musk has only just pulled through life by the skin of his teeth. But sometimes, for some unique individuals, that risk pays off. The reward? Anything you want. Cars, homes, businesses, government power, the ability to travel to space. All of these points will be covered in this video. So join me as we cover the full story of Elon Musk. Our story begins in Pretoria, South Africa, 1970. And you might ask, what was so significant about Pretoria in 1970 that grants permission for it to be the birthplace of our story? Well, at the time, not much. It was actually quite insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But it did happen to be a time and place where 2 random individuals by the name of Elon Musk and May Haldeman would begin dating. Errol, an engineer, and May, a model, made an almost impulsive choice to get married because they were, quote, bored and lonely.
Well, you know, I was lonely, alone in Cape Town. I wasn't in a happy situation, and I thought, well, what can be worse? Marriage can't be that bad.
Following Errol and May Musk's impulsive marriage in 1970, the couple had 3 children, Kimball, Tosca, and most significantly, Elon Musk, who was born on the 28th of June 1971. And that's kind of the basis for our story. One big happy family in South Africa. A successful engineer with his model wife and their 3 happy kids, and on the surface, everything looked amazing. However, the reality of their happy family turned out to be somewhat of a facade. The dynamic was actually quite different behind the scenes.
You said I would be beaten up. Did you suffer that kind of abuse?
Yes. Yeah. I think I was beaten up.
Turns out that Elon's father and May's husband, Elon Musk, was incredibly abusive and somewhat of a garbage individual behind the scenes.
When I was married, I was told